Alrighty, we should be live. So I got a new mic. Hopefully it's good. I don't know. I'll ping the Discord. And again, no Twitch stream because I still haven't figured out, or I haven't gotten a long enough what you call it, Ethernet cable for this little signal expander I have in my office. So yeah, anyway, today we are going to be starting our final JavaScript project. I technically haven't finished this intermediate Git stuff, but if I get tired of the Battleship, then I'll go back to this intermediate Git stuff. I just didn't think it would be that exciting for the live stream. But yeah, we're going to start on this Battleship. So basically the idea is to create a clone of the game Battleship, which we played last stream. And it's literally just like, it's like the board game, right? So that's essentially what we're going to be doing. I'm not going to make it networked, but we'll go for something that's pretty similar to this this format. So maybe we'll have like the ability to drag the ships onto the board and stuff like that. Yeah. So we're doing it test-driven development style, which will be interesting. Write a test and make it pass. Since the project has more moving parts across different modules. So yeah. Yeah, TDD. Yeah, I would be going live on Twitch, Razorblade, but the Twitch and the YouTube dual streaming is causing my network to like die. So it was causing issues. I wanna get an Ethernet. I have a signal expander in my room, but I haven't gotten it yet. So yeah, no. Anyway, so that's what we're starting today. I don't know if I'll go full TDD. Like, I'll try my best, but you should not test the DOM. Yeah, instead, before you isolate every bit of application functionality. Okay, so yeah. So I'll try my best to do as much TDD as possible, but no promises here. So anyway, let's get started creating a repository. I'm just gonna use my project template. Oh wait, no, over here. Hello June, how are you? Clone of the classic game Battleship. I think I'm going to start with maybe some styling, like some basic styling, just to get like a layout on the page, like, because we probably want to start by having a tool like this where we can drag the ships onto the board. It technically lays out instructions for you on like the steps that you should take, but I'm kind of just gonna wing it. So I'll probably start with the styling, and then I'll do a bit of this stuff, and then I'll go back to kind of the layout. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, so let's get this guy. What am I doing? Building a Battleship clone, June. Just getting started on it. Also, in future, if you want to ask what I'm doing, you can use a new command I created called working on, and it just tells you to go to the top of the description, or at least it should. I don't know if, as I say, the YouTube chat isn't as good as Twitch or anything like that. So, anyway, all right, let's get Odin Project, cd jsts, and then git clone. There we go. Good. What is my profession? Here, I'll give you this. Okay. Let's make this a little smaller. Okay. Initialize the TypeScript config. Fine. Odin Battleship. Then I'll do npm I jest install jest. Okay. It's got some deprecated dependencies, but that's okay. Then we'll do npm run dev. Oh, open to the wrong. There we go. All right, here's our deployed thingy, our deployed app. Well, not deployed, sorry. Well, it's deployed on localhost, I guess, for testing. Set up the TypeScript compiler, good. And then I'll do an initial commit before we actually get started. Initial project config. Good. All right. So we're going to create the layout first. Which I think I also have to, do I have the, yeah, I have the style loader and the CSS loader in here. I don't know if I have the, style loader, CSS loader. Okay, so I do have the dependencies already in my template. I just wanted to make sure. I was not 100% on that. Okay, so I think we'll just make like a heading section, like a header. Oops. Header. Header. And then we'll do like content, do like a main div, and then a footer. And then I'll do made by BenStack 2026. And then Battleship. Good. We'll get some basic styles in here as well. Styles. I'll probably just put them all in one style sheet. And then I need to import that. Import CSS, or no, as CSS from styles, style.css. I think this works, and then I'll test it. Font family. Good. All right. CSS works because the font changed. I'm just using like the basic system UI font stack. So good. You're doing a bachelor computer application course. Your main goal is to be an ethical hacker. Interesting. I don't know if I'm the best to ask that question, but you know, based on my naive understanding of, you know, hacking and stuff like that, I think getting proficient with using Linux is a good thing. Like Kali Linux or something like that. Yeah, every language, exactly. Like we've got Kali Linux, which is used for hackers, I think, for security, cybersecurity people. I've heard of this. Being good. So I would get really good at Linux. Not even necessarily a language. All right, so we need to have. Okay, so let's see what the project spec is. Ship class, game board class, player. Okay, so maybe actually we do implement the backend first because I feel like then we'll design the DOM around it, right? Only methods or properties that are used outside your ship object need unit tests. Okay. I feel like this is missing some stuff too, because like what about rotating your ships when you put them onto the... Yeah. Okay. We'll go with that then. So I'll do modules. So I'll say ship.typescript. You'll end up in jail. Fair. Learn Python. It's easy. That's what I would do. Okay, so we need, we've got our ship class here. I was thinking of doing the styling first, but honestly, I think doing it this way is probably better. Oh, and then I need to do the Babel as well. I forgot about Babel. For the testing. Babel.config. Oops. There we go. Yeah, that's fair. Where's your blade? It's yeah, I mean, as you say, like it's about the higher level concepts too. Because every language has loops, if statements, you know, probably some sort of object oriented. Not every language, but a lot of them do. Object oriented functionality. Stuff like that. Okay, so we need to have, so they're linear, right? So they have length. So, and they can only rotate one of two ways. They can either be vertical or horizontal. So, we could probably store that in a Boolean. So we can say, we should also probably create like a types as well here. Ship types. I don't know if this is how TypeScript is meant to be, but or you could probably just put the ship types in the ship.ts as well. type ship length is either 1, 2, 3, or 4. Might just delete this actually, now that I think about it. I'll just put the, can I export? Wait, let me see. Export class. So I can just do this. Export ship. Like this. Good. Okay. Hacking is not for the faint of heart. Yeah, that's true. Like, you know what I've actually been getting into is yeah, that's fair. I don't know. Maybe the Kali Linux thing was a bad suggestion. I've just heard of people using it. I've been getting into scam baiting. Not doing it myself, but watching scam baiters. It's not really hacking necessarily, but it's kind of fun. So I've been watching scam baiting videos lately. So we'll do length. And then we'll say it's ship length equals 1. Maybe we'll just leave it actually. So we need the length, the number of times they've been hit. Num hits is a number. And then sunk boolean equals false. I think that's it. And then we'll do a constructor for len ship length. And then that's it, actually. That's all we need. So we'll say this dot length. Actually, I probably want to make these private too. This dot hits equals 0. Actually, I could probably just set that to 0 up here, now that I think about it. Okay. Which kernel? Linux is the kernel, June. Or do you mean shell? Is that what you mean? Because there's a couple shells. There's I would start with bash, though. That's what I use. There's bash and Z shell. Those are like the two main ones. Well, there's also PowerShell too, but that's Windows. Okay, so this is our ship. And then your ships will be objects. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we'll write some test cases here. Ship test dot ship dot test. I think it's dot test dot ts, right? Then there's like a jest usage. No, I don't want this. Oh yeah, I need to include the jest in the types as well. Jest. There was also Wasn't there like another lesson? Jest dogs, here we go. Oh, maybe not that one. Shit. Jess handy mocking. Okay, maybe the link isn't here. I could have sworn I had a link to. I guess I can just do the docs from here. Okay, here, this is what I was looking for. Okay, good. I'm just slow. Yeah, Joseph's a goat, honestly. June, like Joseph will teach you lots of things. If you join the Discord, he's pretty active and he's our community moderator in the Discord. You should join. He's very happy to chat about all this kind of stuff. Yeah, Ubuntu's good. Ubuntu is good. Okay, so where was the test? Hold on. It was right here. With the where's the types? Here it is. Okay. Yo, King Hat, how's it going? I haven't seen you in a minute. I think you've been here before. I think you were on the Twitch too, but I haven't done the Twitch in a bit because it was killing my internet to dual stream. Plus, like I've got other people in my building using the internet. Yeah, I recognize you, Hat. I'm from Canada, June. But yeah, no, I have other people in my network using the network at the same time I am. So, you know, I don't have sole access to it. So it was like throttling it a little bit, I guess, to stream to both places. Oh, you had your first interview? Right on. How did it go? Okay, so let's see. Right, it was tests. So what do we want to test then? Let's see. Remember, you only have the object's public interface. So ship should have a hit function that increases the number of hits on your ship. Okay, so we'll do tests, increase number of hits, expect, oh, and I need to import ship. Yeah, I'm writing the test right now. I just was setting up the scaffolding of the class. This isn't really implementation. It was just setting up the class. I'm doing it for the individual functions, right? So that's what we're working on right now. Okay, so where was the... okay, so the test has a description. And then a function. Oh yeah, no, sorry. Okay. Expect ship dot. Oh, I need to make an instance of the ship though, don't I? Const test ship. Actually, I wonder if I can like do the like construct the ship, new ship for. No, maybe not. Or if I can do that in this function. Const test ship equals ship for. Okay, fair. We're not being strict here, though. We're not being strict. At least I'm not being strict. I'm not like, I'm trying to get out of the TDD what I should, which is basically for any of the like as it says here. Where is it? Remember, you only have to test your object's public interface. Nothing about this is public except, and I'm not going to test a constructor that sets one variable. I'm not going to go that granular. I'm just going to test the public functions. So that's kind of what I'm thinking here. Okay, so we'll do test ship dot hit. Oh, actually, no, wait. I need to get I need to get a getter and a setter for the number of hits or something like that. I'll do test ship dot hit, and then what did I call the variable? Okay, I'll take a break. Yeah, I know, Joseph. I know. That's what I'm doing for the most part. Yo, anime, how's it going? How are you? Why that timer on there? It's Pomodoro, June. So basically, I work for 25 minutes and then I take a 5-minute break. It kind of helps me keep track of how long the stream's been going for and to not get burned out from working too long. And I'm going to be more strict about the breaks because, like, last few streams I've kind of been throwing the Pomodoro out the window a little bit. I've just been using it more to track the amount of time that I've been on the stream. And I don't know. It's not ideal. So I'm going to try and be more strict about using the timer. Just because, yeah, it's long otherwise, right? So yeah, no worries, anime. No worries at all. I didn't stream yesterday either, so I was taking a bit of a break. But yeah, no, I'm doing well. I had a long week. I'm glad it's Friday night, so I get a 2 days off before I have to go back into the battlefield again for another 5. What do you mean, Fazal, by reading documents? Like, what do you mean by that? Like, are your eyes or do you mean like just understanding the documents? Because if it's your eyes, then you should get glasses. But if it's just like understanding, like you have to be more specific. But I don't know. I think for reading stuff, like I don't know. I have experience reading kind of hard to understand things. I think the trick is to just go really slow and constantly self-reflect. Like when you're reading, like, okay, did I understand the last paragraph? Like what was the point of the last paragraph that I read or whatever? But it depends on like what type of document you're reading. Because if you're reading like, like documentation, then maybe you're reading documentation on stuff that's too advanced for your current skill level. I don't know. It honestly depends. Without context, I'm kind of a little confused. But yeah, so I'm gonna write a few tests on how I want the implementation to work. So at least I think that's like the method, right? Like when you're writing a test for TDD, like you have to assume that the interface, like the interface of the object you're making works in a certain way, and then you implement it the way that you assume. At least I would think so. Yeah, that's my test. Yeah, exactly, Joseph. Exactly. What's the ship that I imported? It's right here. Baklava. I just created a scaffolding of a ship, like just with the properties that I need it to have, so that we can test. I didn't actually implement any methods though. I just created the fields. I know, again, depending on how strict you want to be about test-driven development, maybe I shouldn't have even gone this far, but I think it's good enough. It's fine. There's nothing about this that's wrong. I think this is fine. And again, it's not like this is just a project for learning, right? Okay, so what we'll do is we'll say expect, we need a getter for the hits here. Or I could say, like, I could call this like, you know, health or something like that. I could probably change the implementation, but I'll stay consistent. I'll say test ship dot hits, and I'll have a getter for that. I think it was where is, okay, and then yeah, test ship dot hits dot to equal 1, right? By 1. Okay, then we'll have another test. Increase number of hits by 2 or something. And then this will basically just be the same idea. We'll just hit it twice. I don't know, that's hit minus line of 0. Well, no, I was going to basically have a, like, my implicit structure, Joseph, was that if the number of hits equals the length, then it's sunk, right? So the number of hits increments goes up, and then when it hits the length, then it sinks, right? I don't know if I need all these though. Probably not. Yeah. So hit ship until sunk. So we'll have a ship that's length 3, and then we'll hit it 3 times. And then, well, actually, we'll check. We can check. I don't know if I can have multiple expects though in one test. Probably not, actually. Expect test ship dot hits to be 3. Actually, I can do sunk. Is sunk true? Or something like this. Yeah, that's fair. It doesn't really, this test is not really necessary. I'm just trying to fill it in. Okay, so I think that's enough tests. And then what I can do actually is I can have another test, and then we'll say by more than ship health, ship length. So what we should do is we should have some sort of check that where the hits doesn't increase if the ship is hit after it's sunk, right? So we'll rename this. Cannot hit ship shit after sunk. It's sunk. Or something like that. I don't know. Are there any other tests that we need for the ship? I think that's like it, really. We could maybe like call hit like one extra time or something. Doesn't really matter. I'll roll with these for now. So then if I do do I have to like give it the path? Using ESLint. Rules, no inlines. I don't think I think having it in the TypeScript config is enough. And then I need this too. Babel preset env. So no. It'd be here, sorry. Presets. And then a comma after this. There we go. Just making sure this is all configured properly. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to install the TypeScript version. Oops. That's my bad. Just my test. So I think I need to give it the path though, right? So I need to actually cd source test. And we'll do just ship.tests.typescript. Oh. Okay. Oh, I need to initialize it. Or no, wait. No, I don't. Babel jest. I thought I did this already. Maybe not. Interesting. Probably have to, okay. npm just using config.json as a configuration file. Do I want to install jest globally though? I don't think so. Maybe. Let's see. What if I just install it without the just? Interesting. Does it need a config? I don't think so. because I've got the Babel here. Genuinely feel stupid. Yeah, this was the getting started, okay. Oh, maybe I need to... just... we'll do npm run test. Ah, okay, so that did work, okay. Good. npm run test ship.test.js. Or ts, sorry. Okay, good. So one test failed. Oh, wait. Test suite failed to run. Cannot find module. Ah, okay. So I need to install that guy. But I thought I did. Maybe not. Let's try that again. Okay, good. That's what we want. Okay. All right, so our tests all fail, right? So we develop the ship so that each test passes, right? So all of them fail. So let's develop it so that we can increase the number of hits, right? That's what we want to do first. Yeah. So we'll have like the hit function or a method, which will just increase the. So we'll say if actually we won't implement that yet because the point of test-driven development is just make the test pass, right? So we're not going to implement that logic yet. So we'll just do this dot hits plus plus, right? So now the oh, we need a getter too. We need a getter. So get hits. Where is the getter and setters? And then I'll just do this dot hits. Is that not? Maybe I need to do it this. Maybe I can't do arrow syntax. There we go. Okay. So this should pass the first two tests, right? So actually probably you don't even need the second one, but it's fine. So it should pass 2. Yeah. So increasing our hits works. But now we need to check it is sunk, right? But what we can do is we can implement this logic first. Cannot hit ship after it's sunk, right? So we can probably include that logic in here. So we can say if this dot hits is less than this dot length, right? And then this should pass. Now 3 of the 4 tests should pass. Yes. Good. Okay, so now the only one that fails is hits ship until sunk. So we need a getter for the sunk variable, right? Okay. And then we need to set the toggle the is sunk variable if the number of hits is equal to the length, right? Then we'll say this dot is sunk equals true. Pretty simple. So now all the tests should pass. Yeah, good. All right, so there's our tests. I don't think there's anything else needed for the ship, is there? Like, there's probably like, we probably need like a position, right? Yo, Gil, how's it going? I'm doing pretty well. I hope you're doing well as well. The only thing is, I think for the hit, I want to kind of do this a little differently, because I think the if we're doing it like this way, the ship needs to have an orientation, and then also like a position, right? So like, for example, like it can either be vertical or horizontal. That's good. That's good, Gil. I'm glad you're doing well. Yeah, I'm feeling tired as well. It's just going to be a 2.5 hour stream tonight, as I've been doing, but yeah, no. It's been a long week, I think. I don't know, I'm kind of in these, like, it's not, winter's not over yet, like, the weather's shitty. You know, it's just, the vibes are not amazing. But I kind of want to have, like, I want to kind of have functionality like this, though. So, okay, so that's fine. I guess what I could do, I don't know. I'll continue to flesh out the ship. So the ship needs to have a position, which would be its top leftmost block, right? So if it's horizontal, the numbers either increase its x or increase by y, right? Yeah, exactly. It's like, the weather today was like -8 Celsius, so pretty cold. At least where I'm at, so it was very cold. And we got snow again, which is not nice. So yeah, gotta love being Canadian, right? Yeah, exactly. Okay, so you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a type. Maybe I'll put it like in its own. Or maybe I could put it in like the board or something. I don't know. So we have a game board and a player. Because I want a custom type for the coordinate, right? Because coordinates can only be 0 through 9, or 1. I guess 1 through 10, but that'll be a headache. So we'll do 0 through 9. If I really need to keep track of the vertical horizontal state, yeah, that's true. But I was thinking though, because if the ship's only a line, right? It's only one dimensional. So if we keep track of the vertical or horizontal state, then the rest of the ship's positions could be calculated based on whether it's vertical or horizontal. At least that's kind of what I was thinking. So I need to get my shit together here. Let me make a new, I'll do types, and then outside of any source. And we'll do Battleship types.ts. And I know this is a TypeScript file, but it automatically generates a declaration file as well. So I'll do coordinate equals 0, 1, 2. I don't know if there's a better way of doing ranges of numbers. If there is, let me know. Like if I can just do like 0 to 9 easily. Like if I can do like this or something. Like I don't know. Oh yeah, exactly, Gil. I'm working on that at the end, I think, or closer to the end. I'm just getting the implementation working, I guess. So basically, the specification of the project has us doing test-driven development. But like I'm not going to be I'm going to make a executive declaration that I'm not going to be super strict about it. I'll do the TDD like with the easy stuff just to get used to it, but I'm not going to I'm not going to be super anal about it. Cuz it's like kind of a small project, so I'm not super concerned. So all right, so we've got that. Oh, and then we've got this is sunk. Getter, which is all we need. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm not gonna let TDD, take over the development time. Otherwise, the development will take like years. And I don't really want to be on this project for longer than like maybe 4 or 5 streams. So like a week-ish. All right, so we've got our coordinate. And I'm thinking of like having, okay, so we need to have, we'll have tests for, like, actually, you know what? I'm only going to do a test if I think it's really necessary. So I'll have like a private x coordinate, private y coordinates. And then we'll do x coordinates, y coordinates. We'll do this dot x equals x, this dot y. There. Actually, I might move these up here. And then I'll do private. Yo, Fatima, how's it going? Like orientation. The orientation's too long. I'll do like, I don't know, because I want to have basically a toggle, whether it's horizontal or vertical. Well, because that's just too. Long, and then I could actually also have a custom type for that as well. Export type ship. Actually, I could do that within the ship. Ship orientation. I could do H or V or something like this. I don't know. Or if that's like not a good way of doing it. I feel like that would get kind of, I don't know, get kind of untenable. I could just do like 0 or 1 or something like that. Make it easy on myself. Yeah, I'm not gonna get bogged down. Is horizontal. I'll just do Boolean I'll just do it like that or something. I could do an enum. Can I do enums? I could do enums. Let me try that. Enum. I can do enums. Aha. Okay. Yes. Okay. Enum ship orientation. And then I can do horizontal. No way. Equals 0. And then vertical equals 1. Because it's not really a type. And then I'll just say equals horizontal. Ship orientation dot horizontal. There. That works. Okay. I can do that. I might want to export this too. Because I think we can export. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, we'll do it like that. Hello, sir, listen? What do you mean, listen? I'm listening. I'm on a break now. Oh, I see. Use some trickery like defining an array of strings and using it as a const. Oh, I see what you mean. I don't know. I don't mind it like this because it's literally just like 2 values, right? I've never actually worked with enums in TypeScript before, so, but it seems simple enough to me. Although it doesn't say that you need to assign them values. Like, if I go to the handbook right here, it says you can write it like this, right? Okay, so I don't even need these, technically. You want to learn Python? Please tell me how you can. Okay, so a good way to learn, at least I would say, is maybe using free code camp. I've mentioned this on stream before, but there's a Python certification on free code camp that you can take. Fatima. I'll just paste it in the chat for you. This would be how I would learn if I had no other experience. I think they have a default that assigns a value to them if you don't explicitly, which can have bugs. Oh, I see. Alright, then I'll just keep the values in just for... It doesn't really matter to me either way, to be honest with you. So... And then, okay, so I think this is good, and then we can start doing more tests. Oh, and then I need to fix these arguments here. So I'll just say 0, 0 for the XY. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll make these by default 0. But yeah, and then we'll have like, because this isn't really complete. Like, I'm not very happy with this description of the ship, because there's got to be a way to like, we should have a method of like being able to move the ship to a new location and then checking whether the ship can be at that location. Like, so let me illustrate what I'm talking about. Like, so in this Battleship app, right? So we have ships. The the restriction is that the ships, they need to be inbounds, right? They need to be inbounds, and the other restriction is that they need to have one square surrounding them, right? So you can't put ships directly adjacent to each other. Something like that. That should be on the board object. Maybe. But I don't know if it would be the ship interface or not. Let me see what the board object says. Yeah, so game board receive and takes pick coordinates, determines whether or not the attack hit the ship, and then sends a hit function to the correct ship. Oh, I see. Okay, I didn't read this. I should have read this. Okay, so that is the game. That is the game board. But I still, that being said, I still think the ship should keep track of its own X and Y coordinates. And orientation. Right? Oh, yo, Daily. How's it going? Daily Meme Dose. It kind of sounds like a Shorts channel name. Yeah, okay. So then we've got... She says it needs to do because otherwise it'd be a mess keeping track of all that outside the ship object. Yeah. What do you mean on the caption, Fatima? I don't know what you're alluding to. Yeah. Should be able to place ships at specific coordinates. Yeah. Okay. Game board should have a receive attack that takes a pair of coordinates, determines whether or not the attack hit a ship, and then sends the hit function to the correct ship. So I think the actual like list of ships can be maintained in the game board, right? So the game board will have like a list of ships, and we'll have like, you know, it'll have 1 length 4 ship, 2 length 3s, 3 length 2s, and then 4 length 1s, right? Yeah, so we'll leave that for now. I think I might just make getters for these properties. Oh, thanks, Caro. I appreciate that. I wasn't sure what Fatima was alluding to. Yeah, no, I don't know how to do that, actually. There's probably a way to do like live captioning. I think you pretty much got it. Yeah, I think so too. Okay, so we'll just do getters for these. Get X, ship X. Maybe I'll just do X. Return this dot X. And we'll just do for Y. And then we could also probably have return this dot orientation. Okay, so we'll have our getters, and then we'll also have a setter for position as well. Okay, so we'll leave that there. And then we'll also do a... Oh, because it... It should be 0 by default, no? Coordinate or undefined? Oh, okay. Is that what you want me to do? Or undefined? Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Get chord this X. Yeah, exactly, Joseph. Exactly. It says an argument was, but I want these to be optional, which is why I did this equals 0 here. Maybe I need the len argument first. That could be the problem, now that I think about it. Whoops. When ship length. That's the problem. Okay, good. We got it. Alright. Nice. It was the argument order. Okay. So I think the ship's fine. I don't think we need anything in the ship right now. So we'll go over to the game. We'll go over to the game board. Do I want to call it game board? Yeah, okay, sure. New file. So we'll say game board dot TypeScript. And then class. And then we need obviously some sort of board, right? Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Like a board initialization, which will be just a two-dimensional array. So we'll say board. We'll just call it board, I guess. An array of, I think, how do you define 2D array type? TypeScript. Oh, it's just this. Okay, so it'd be game coordinate like this. Or is that not how it is? And then we can just set the board to, we could actually have an enum for this too. So we'll have an enum for board state. And then we'll say empty. Actually, I probably want to do the, let me go back to the ship. I want these to be capital. Because it's kind of like a constant, right? So do that. We'll say empty equals 0. And then we'll say ship equals 1. And I want to export this as well. And then I need the board size as well. Private const. Can I do private consts as a property? Maybe not. Constant in class. I don't know how to do this. Bring this over here. Oh, read only. That's what it is. Private read only. Board size of 10. Oh, equals, sorry. There we go. And then we'll just do the constructor to loop through. Let I equal 0. I is less than board size. I plus minus 4. Let J. Right, and then we'll just say board, this dot board, at ij. This is the only problem with this is this isn't like a defined size, right? Oh, so what we might need to do is actually do this. We'll do this. We'll do this dot board equals that coordinate as. No, we'll do it like that because it's already type annotated up here. We'll do this dot board. I is another array, and then is board state. Actually, I don't want this to be a type coordinate. I want this to be a type board state. Board state dot empty. Object is possibly undefined. Oh, I might need to do an array constructor as well. I might need to do that. I'll say that new array board size. Let me think. I'm looking at these docs here. So something like this, right? People have many solutions. So I was looking at this one, but maybe that's not the best. Do something like this, maybe. So do a new array of an array of core or board state. That seems like it won't work, but I guess maybe it will. And then I see, okay. Let row board state equal new array board state. And then we'll do row dot push board state dot empty. What's the problem here? Const. And then this dot board dot push. Row. Okay. I think that's good. And then I'll export. Down here. Okay, so now this should make a a 10 by 10 2D array. And I'll import it into our index. Import game board. I should also probably, do I need any tests for this yet? I don't think so. I can just like console log the board just to make sure that it's to make sure that it's making something here. I should you think I should? Okay. I can test the constructor then. Let me. And then I need a getter for the board though. No. For the test. Again, am I doing TDD perfectly? No, but that's not really what I'm concerned about. Okay, I'll write another test. So I'll do gameboard.test.typescripts. And then we'll import gameboard. We'll do test board creation. But I don't really know. Okay, so that's good. Constructor. Then we'll say let const test board equals new game board, and then we'll say expect test board dot to equal, and then I need to check that it equals that array, right? I wonder if I could type check it. Just type check. Because I could at least type check it to make sure it's the right. Does it expect? Oh no, that's to have. I need to check the length. Oh, I see. Okay, I can do that. I can do that. Test board length. Or height or something. Then I'll do width as well. Actually, the height would be this or something. Right? Object is possibly undefined. Don't know how to get around this. Because we can test the length of the gets or sets the length of the array. Oh, I can do array of. Interesting. Received array with elements matched. Print the array in the console? Okay. Well, that's what I was gonna do here. Yeah, I got you. This dot board. Okay, so this should print it. Should have printed it. Oh, because I didn't actually create a game board here. Okay. Yeah, so this is what we wanted. So it's an array 10, array 10. Yeah, length is 10. But this is possibly undefined. I don't know why. Because I explicitly defined it, I need this right now. I explicitly defined it here. But I don't know why that wouldn't extend to... Maybe because of the way I did this. I don't know. I mean, this is what I wanted to create. I mean, screw it. I'm just going to run these tests and see what happens. Okay, so that worked. Oh, wait, no. It didn't because I didn't save it. There we go. Okay, I'll take that as a win. I could also do it like this. And then just like copy paste this 5 times. 3, 4, 5. Oh wait, that was 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be enough. I think that's 10. Then we can just get rid of this one. Yeah, I don't know. It's ugly as hell. Wait, let me... There we go. That looks okay. Okay, that should be that should pass still then. Oh, it failed. Why? Oh. Oh, because the arrays are empty, of course. Oh, and it's not board length, it's board. But these arrays are, yeah, they're undefined. That's... How do I make an array of a type here? You know what I could do actually? I could do const row equals array 10. Fuck, what's the type of the game board here? Board state. Hey, no worries, Gabriel. No worries at all. Okay, array 10, and then I can just do row, 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 row. 4, 5, 6. There's got to be a better way of doing this. Surely. Happy Friday 13th. Yes. Happy Friday 13th. Type any is not assignable to board state. I don't know how to explicitly type this. Oh, maybe I could do it like this. No? Ah, maybe like this. Oh, they're still undefined. Oh, because I don't like set the values of them. But I don't know how to initialize the values. There's got to be a way. Because I want them all to just be 0, right? Initialize array with values. TypeScript. There we go. Oh, I can just put all the elements in there. That's kind of a piss. Fill. Whoops. There's got to be an easier way of doing this. Oh, I can use like lambda function. I think that's kind of what that is. Dot map. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna do all that. I could just do this. I'll just do this. be real pedantic. There we go. Now this should pass. Thank you. Okay. Was it that? Did we need to go that far? Maybe. Maybe. Anyway, it works. It works. Yes, always, exactly. I don't know. There's got to be a better way of doing this too. Array.of. Yeah, let me check, Jay. I don't know the API for JavaScript arrays very well. Let me see. I guess this is also JavaScript here. .of. Creates a new array instance with variable number of arguments. Oh. Ah, I see. But either way, I still would have had to create, like, there's no list comprehension. So I could have done this. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? But there's no list comprehension like in Python. Like, because in Python you can do shit like this. Like you can do like array equals 0, or like I could do like 0 times 10 or something like that, and then it would create like an array of zeros, right? Like that. Yeah, exactly. I think that's how Python works, right? I think it does something like that. And you could also do like, shit like this, like AR equals I for I in J or something like that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can do it that way too. Yeah, yeah. They are way more powerful. Yeah, I like them. But anyway, this should work fine. Yeah, okay, good. I'll leave the test the way it is. But yeah. But no, you know what's crazy about today? Because today is the Friday the 13th. 6 years ago today was when the pandemic closed everything. And it was on a Friday too. I am not Gabriel. Not currently. Don't jinx it. I don't know, I just find it nuts that it was 6 years ago. I was in a genetics lab for my second year genetics course for my first degree. I don't know if the Earth's healing. I hope it's healing, but I don't know for sure. I can also make like ship like alive, ship, sunk, or something like this. You feel like you lost 2 years from the pandemic? Yeah, I know. Yeah, no offense, Jay. I would not go to the U.S. Like, I'm not going there until shit's over. You know what I mean? I'm not going to get into a political discussion on stream, but you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going there. No way. I said I'm not going into politics. I'm just saying I'm not going there. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, true. I know. I'm sorry. This is also my stream, and I can do what I want. But I'm not going into a political discussion. Don't worry about it. You are. Yep. Indeed. Okay, so then we should be able to test. We can write a test for ship placement. Zaddy. That's very true. You were 24 and we got to the work office and then we went back. Yeah, exactly, Gil. I was 19 when COVID hit. And I remember a professor coming into our lab and being like, everybody go home, it's like the world's ending. And then so we were like kind of confused. We were like, what do we do? So then we went home. And then they're like, oh yeah, it'll just be closed for, a week or two. We'll cancel classes. And then, yeah, we never went back until 2022. 2022? Yeah, I think 2022 September was like the first year we had classes back. And I was in my 4th year at that point. No, actually my 5th year. I was in my 5th year. Beginning of my 5th year. Anyway. It's all fun. Yeah, my 3rd and 4th year of university were basically entirely online. Do I know of something like the Odin Project for Python? Been looking to work on some practice projects. I mean, there is free code camp, Gabriel, but I don't know. Yeah, remember when they said it'll be 2 weeks? Exactly. Odin Project for Python. Let's see what there is. Well, this guy asked the same question here. Oh, this looks good. Here, I'll send the link in chat, Gabriel. This looks promising. No. Yeah, no worries, Gabriel. The new coding game that's basically Among Us? No. Test creation of length to ship at 0, 0. I need to have some sort of way of adding the ship to the game board, right? So we can have like a test board dot create ship function, and then it'll take like an X and a Y and a length. Or a length and then an X and a Y. You're leaving, Ben? Enjoyed your time. Also not streaming till Monday. No, I'm streaming tomorrow, Gil. Sorry, I didn't see your message. I might be streaming tomorrow, I should say. I'm not 100% sure, but I should be. But have a great night, Gil. I appreciate you dropping by. If I do stream tomorrow, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. It's the weekend. I think I'm going to take one of the weekend days off. Whether it's tomorrow or Sunday, I'm not sure. Anyway, okay, so we create the ship. We'll have a create ship function, and then we want to test maybe the board state. Like, what do we want to test from this? Can I have multiple expects in one test? I think I can. Can you have multiple expects in one test? Jest. Yeah, you can. Okay. Cool. So we'll do expect. I gotta get the board state. So we'll say test board dot board to equal I'll say 0, 0 to equal board state dot ship alive, and then the same for 0, 1, or sorry, 1, 0. Right. And then we'll do expect. I need some sort of data structure to store ships, right? So we'll say test board dot ships is dot to equal array dot of ship or something like this. I don't know if that works, actually. I guess we'll find out. Alright, so this test should fail. Can I assert this is true? I want to assert this. Ah, I can assert it like that. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we failed here because that's obviously we haven't implemented it. So we'll implement the create, what is it? Create ship. And we'll get a length, ship length, an X as a coordinate, and a Y. And we don't have to check explicitly for whether the coordinate's in range or not, because it should throw a type error if it isn't, right? So what we'll do is we'll say I need a new data structure here. Private ships ship. Cannot find type ship. Export class. I need to get the type of the class. Let me see. TypeScript type of class. I don't expect So you're saying I should still, even if the coordinate is limited, I should still check the range? Because I think if I give a bad x coordinate, like I give an x coordinate of like 15, I don't know if it'll even accept it. It won't even run anything inside because it'll throw a type error. Oh, do I need it as an interface? Let's see. I might need to do this implements or interface thing. I don't know if I want to go that deep into the weeds here. I mean, I guess I could. Sure. How do I feel about the fact that almost all software has become a bloated tab? What do you mean by that? Okay, I'll make a interface. I don't know what I want to call it here. Yeah, that's fair. Game board object. So we'll have and we'll do just leave that like this. Actually, wait. I don't need this for the game board. I lied. I need it for the ship. Right now. I lied. It's not for the game board. Because I need to get the type, right? I'm thinking this is how this works. I could be wrong. Because if I do class ship implements ship object, then I can use that as a type, right? I think that's how this works. You mean more and more design software is just a tab in the browser, at best an app that can't work offline, slow and lagging? Oh, like, so you're basically saying, like, it's like AI, like SaaS slop, essentially. How do I feel about it? I think it's kind of shitty for people like us that want to actually make cool things. That's right. Okay, so I'll do this then. Do I declare private properties? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Private, because it's private method. But do I have to declare, like, do I need to make these private as well in here? Okay, so it's just, it's just this. Okay. Length. I'm just doing this for practice too, because this is good. Hits, number. I could also make the hits a ship length type, but I think it's fine as a number. Is sunk, Boolean. I don't think I need the constructor. inside of the interface, right? And then we'll do our public method. Whoa. We'll do hit. Yeah, I think so, MCAM. I definitely think so. Oh wait, no. Maybe this isn't right. Maybe I need to do it just like this. Hit has a nothing, and then it returns what? Void. Right. Oh, I see. Okay. And then I need all of these getters. Get hits, and then it returns number. Oh, you mean for constructor? Sorry. Let me see. Oh wait, constructor in interface, in TypeScript interface. Oh, okay. I'll do that then. Constructor needs a len of ship length, and then an x coordinate, a maybe x coordinate, and a y. I don't know if that, and then returns void. Interfaces cannot be constructed, only classes. Oh. That was not right. It's not needed? Okay. I'll just omit it then. I'll just omit it. Get is sunk. Boolean. Get x, get y. Yeah, fair, Jay. I'm learning all this for the first time, so I don't know. I don't know like what the precedent is. So you know, just fucking around and finding out. That's all. Yeah. Like as I said, like I only started TypeScript like when I did this YouTube channel. Like I had never used TypeScript before. Main difference between Canada and the US, other than Canada is better in every way. Sorry, Jay. Other than Canada is better, I don't know. We've got a lot more land. It's a lot colder. Cities are a lot more spread apart. But no, there's not that much different. You know what I actually think? As somebody who has been to the States several times, I've been to 15 states, I think. I've been all the way down the East Coast from, I think I went as north as like Vermont and not Rhode Island. Yeah, I've been to Rhode Island, but New Hampshire. All the way down to Florida. Chat wardens watching. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying I've been all throughout the eastern United States. And I think that Americans think Canada is more similar to them than the other way around. Like, I think Canadians recognize that there are a lot of differences. Or not a lot of differences, but more differences than Americans think about Canada. I don't know. Like, your guys' food, for instance. Like, I don't know. There's something about American food that's different. Maybe it's like chemicals you guys put in it or something, but I don't know. Food in the States doesn't always fucks with me. I mean, to be fair, I have allergies too. Like, I'm celiac, so I can't eat a lot of stuff, but I don't know. And like, obviously, like, the gun laws are a bit jarring. You know, stuff like that. I'm not going to go any further into it, but that's fair, Jay. And then it was a ship orientation. Especially MKM in Quebec. Quebec is very much like Europe, I found. Like Quebec City is very much like Europe. The rest of Canada, I don't know. I haven't been to every province, but it's, yeah, I don't know. I would say we're more like the US than Europe, though, generally speaking. Except for Quebec. Quebec's its own thing. Yeah, everywhere does have meanies, exactly. Alright, I think this is good for our interface here. Oh, how do I annotate this as private? Private field in TypeScript interface. Oh. We're just conflict avoidant. That's certainly true for some of us. How's it going, Nest? How are you? Canadian flag is cool? Yes, I agree. It's better than the American flag, I think. I don't know how to declare this as private. Like, can I do, like, 'cause this doesn't work, right? Not in type ship objects. Oh. So I don't need to define any of these then. Ah. Got it. Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate that. That's fair. Okay. Then this works. That makes sense. Now that you say it, okay. Because why would it make sense to define an interface with private values that can never be accessed from the outside? That makes sense. That wouldn't really make sense to define that. Okay, so that's good. Ship object. Right? A list of ship objects, right? Okay. Well, that's what we want. And then we'll create a ship here. If you want some Canadian history, highly recommend looking into Maple Syrup Mafia. Yes! I agree. Okay. Oh. Ship objects. What is the problem here? Oh, it only refers to a type. No. Because I want it to be one value that is a ship, right? I felt that on a different level. Yeah, this refers to a type. You make a class that has those methods available. Yeah, that's, yeah. But is ship object not a type, though? Right, okay. So, but then, like, if I want to have a type, like ship object, like, do I treat ship object as a type? It is a type? Because, like, I don't know. That's kind of what I thought. Like, I don't know if this works or not. Because I want to test that our ships has one value in its array that's a ship, right? Because if we add one ship, I want to test that there's one ship at the current coordinate, right? Because it's horizontal, and that our ships list in test board has one ship. That's kind of like what I'm going for. Yeah, that's what I thought, Joseph. That's what I thought. I was just confusing myself, I think, a little bit. So I'll get a getter for that as well. Yeah, I don't know if this will work or not. Okay, so this should still fail. Okay. Take another 5. I'm also going to go to the washer real fast. So I'll be BRB. All right, we're back. Yeah, think of interfaces as a contract. Yeah, it's very similar for Java, I think, because I have very limited Java experience. And there was a little bit of discussion about interfaces, but I honestly wasn't listening in the class very much, because the way that school, does things, teaches knowledge is very dry and terrible. So I didn't really like listen properly, I don't think. Anyway, but yeah, no, I understand the premise. It's just more so testing like that the I could also do like yeah, because this will yeah. Oh, maybe like I could do type of testboard.ships to equal ship object. No, because I could just test the type, right? A matcher. Okay, here we go. Numbers, arrays, and intervals. Here we go. Okay. If I'm testing for value of ship, you can use type of ship and then key. I'm not... Oh, okay. Wait, what's the key for, though? Or is that just, like, a placeholder for something? Because, like, I want to test that there's a one ship object inside a... Or, like, test the... Test for value of ship, you can use type of ship. Because I want to test that this ship's array is an array of ships. Right? Yeah, that's different? Okay. That's what I thought. No, that's not what we want. I'm doing alright, coding goat. How are you? Array containing must be past an array. To contain object. An array that contains. So, different approach. You have an array of objects, and you want to test that it contains items like this. Type end. Write the following that above reads. Oh, I see. Okay. God, that's a lot. I don't know if I'm going to do all that, though, guys. You know what I can do? I can test the length of it first. Okay, so we have one ship in there. Sure, Coding Goat. What's up? Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of... Okay, maybe this is our only hope here. Because, like, I don't... To contain object, expect dot array containing, expect dot object containing argument. Oh, because that's only like one part of the object, right? Yeah, no worries, Joseph. Have a good night. I'm gonna go after this Pomodoro anyway. But I appreciate you coming around, as always. I don't know. I'll figure out a way to do this. Like, to contain. No, don't worry. If you gotta go, Joseph, don't worry about it, man. Like, I know it's like late. It's probably like, I don't know. Since we went ahead, you're like what, 5 or 6 hours ahead? Because we had a daylight savings come in. So. $2 a.m. Yeah, okay. That's not terrible, but yeah, no, dude, you should go if it's late. But I'm gonna only stream for this next 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna head out. Because I'm doing 5 Pomodoros today. Okay, so we have the ship length. I could also do it like this. I could also do this. Expect ships 0, type of. Testboard ships 2 equal, or like ship object or something, or ship, something like that. Sure. All right. So then we'll actually do our create ship function. So we'll do let new ship, or we'll just say const equals new ship len xy, and then we'll also make these optional as well. And then we'll do this dot ships dot push new ship. Okay, that's fine. And then now, what is the problem here? Problem with ships is no initializer. Is not definitely assigned in the constructor. Oh, I can just do this. Or this. Okay. All right. So we can run these tests now. Okay, one failed. Test creation. Okay, so failed at that point. To equal board state dot ship 11. Oh, because I didn't actually modify the board. That's right. I need to actually modify the board, of course. So how would I go about doing that? We know that by default the ship is horizontal, right? So you know what we can do is we can have another method called update board. Right, which iterates through all the ships. Right? So what we'll do is we'll call update board after we push the ship onto the list. So what we'll do is we'll say for let ship, or what is it? It's like let iterate through array. I just forget the exact syntax here. Uh-oh. Is my stream okay? Should be. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I could do a for each, I guess. We're not on Twitch again. All the things you should learn in coding. Honestly, Coding Goat, like, I think those are all good things to learn. I think Java, I don't know how relevant Java is today. Also, yeah, tell me if the stream is fucked. Var product of products, that's what I wanted. Let ship of ship, this dot ships. I don't know how relevant it's working. Okay, cool. I noticed my like bitrate tanked for a second and like my page wasn't loading. Okay. Anyway, let me get back on what I was saying. Yeah, I don't know how relevant Java is. Python is really good to learn. Coding Goat, I would learn Python. If you haven't already, you should check out Free Code Camp for Python. There was also another link that I shared in the chat earlier on for another fella that was in the stream, Gabriel, which has some Python full stack Python path. So you can check out that link. And I also have other resources for learning how to code in the description of this stream that you can read and check out in the FAQ section. Okay. Because I keep forgetting. Okay, so let's ship of this dot ships, and then we'll say if ship dot, and then do I have a getter for orientation? Yes, I do. Dot orientation is ship orientation dot horizontal, else. And then we will basically iterate through. So we'll say, actually, we don't even need this. Let's say const orientation. Direction, I guess, is shipped on. I don't know, I hate variable naming. Oh, because it's a getter, so that's fine. Actually, then maybe I don't even need this. What am I saying? My educational background, age. Mohammed, read the description for all that information. I have an FAQ in the description. I think the biggest thing to decide we would do. Yeah, exactly, Jay. Exactly. Sorry, I'm like, my brain's kind of going a million miles an hour. Yeah. I think Python's a good one to start with, though, if you don't know where to go. Or the Odin Project, if you are interested in web dev. Kilometer. Okay, let me go back to this. So we'll say for let I equal 0, I is less than ship.length. I think, is that the right? Oh, I need a getter for the length. Get length. Return this dot length. need to do this here. We'll say million kilometers per hour. Oh, I see. Sorry, I didn't catch that. It is. I say a million miles because it's just the common parlance, right? How am I finding TypeScript? It's good, Syndicate. It's good. I like how verbose it is. I'm getting the hang of it now more so, I think, than I was. But yeah, no, I think it's good. I think it's way better than JavaScript. I like its verboseness. I just need to figure out a way to get the direction here. So what we can do is we can say const x off equals the ship dot orientation equals ship orientation dot. This might be too convoluted. But I don't know. Dot vertical. So now we can get x off and y offsets. And then we could do we'll do this dot board ship dot x plus x off ship dot y plus y off equals what was it? Board state dot ship alive. Object is possibly undefined. It is not. Can I do... Keep it simple, yeah. I think it's good to kind of keep track of stuff, Syndicate. Like, for example, like, for this ship class, right? I have an interface for the ship class that keeps track of all of the methods that I have to implement, right? For the interface, so that when I access it from another object like this game board class, then I don't get any weird bullshit type errors, or I'm like accessing a let's say I try to access a method that doesn't exist in the ship object, right? Then the compiler will tell me, right? So it kind of like, the project right now is really small because I just started it, but like as the project scales, it'll be really helpful to keep track of like what has what properties and what methods, right? At least that's kind of the benefit I see from it. Not to mention typing. Like I have strict types as well, for different attributes and stuff like that. Which keyboard am I using? I'm using the Newfie Kick 75. I got it on Amazon for like 170 Canadian. You're confused coding? But you're on the right track though, my guy. If you know HTML, CSS, and JS, you're getting there. Those are all good things. This whole like it might be undefined thing is driving me nuts. I can't assert the truth of it here. I can. See, but this is like cheaty. I don't know how to like... Because this is possibly undefined. I don't know how to... Maybe because this inner array is not... I don't know. You recommend heavily adding comments? Yeah, you know what I do, Mystic, is like if the code, this is something that I learned because I used to comment too much. But I find if the code is self-explanatory, like this is pretty self-explanatory code. If the code is pretty self-explanatory, I don't add comments. Oh, you'll have to check that out. You're sporting the Keychron K10. Keychron's good too. I've had Keychron in the past. But yeah, no, I don't know. Like for this, like I feel like I could read. I might be wrong, right? I might be wrong. But I don't know. I add comments if it's a really weird thing. But I don't know. I feel like if you give your methods and your variables good names, then you shouldn't need that many comments. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. It's just I don't want to be, because there's such thing as adding too many comments as well, right? This dot board is undefined, but it's because I know why it's possibly undefined, because the size is unclear, right? But I don't know how to address that. I could just do like this dot board size or something. No, it doesn't fix anything. Just for the problem you're hitting now if you don't finish it. Yeah, I don't know, Mystic. I can add a comment. Like the comment I would add here is iterate through. Well, actually, no. I'll put it up here. I would say like iterate through ships and place on board. Like that's what I would say. Something like this. What type is this dot board? It should be board state. 2D array of board state. Right? But I think I know why it's happening, Jay, because this dot board, like I don't know if like when I add the rows, like it doesn't know how long they're supposed to be. I tried to maybe put this in here, like, you know, it's supposed to be like only 10 by 10, but that didn't seem to fix it. Because I think it doesn't know necessarily that this index is going to be a valid index. Right? I think that's probably why. Because if this index is outside of the bounds of this dot board, then obviously it's going to be undefined. Right? So I should also actually, now that I think about it, I should probably have... I won't include this yet, but I should have a check for instance, like on... Let me go back to my example here. Like, if I try to place this guy, let's say I have it rotated, I can't place this guy, like, at an x coordinate beyond h, right? Or 7, or 8, or whatever this is. Because it'll go off the board, right? So I need to check that this is within bounds. And I don't know whether I do that here, or whether I do that in a separate function. Like, is valid position or something like that. You know what I mean? Because this could be off the board, to use this as an example, right? I could use a constant for what? The Mystic, I'm aiming to be... I have dipped my toe into C. In my degree I did some C, but right now I'm focusing on front end, a bit of back end as well, but mostly front end web development, because I haven't touched web development ever. So I want to learn more about web development right now. But I'd love to go into back end stuff and like lower level programming eventually again. But I think web development's kind of foundational. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, I hear you, Jay. So like I was thinking of having like a method that returned, like a Boolean method. Yeah, that's true. I'll need another test case. But in here I know they were valid. in here I would know they were valid. For this test case, we're assuming they're valid, right? So I would, like, I can put a note here, like note add test case where ship chords are invalid. I'll just add that just for next time so that I know. Yeah, so I'll do another function, I guess. I'll do is valid ship, or is valid position or something. Is valid position or something like that. Is inbound. Yeah, ship inbounds or something. Ship inbound. Ship inbounds, and then we give it a ship, right? And then we'll say, and then we'll basically do the exact same thing for this. We'll do the exact same thing as this, pretty much, except without the outer for loop. And then we'll say, if, and then we'll actually make this return Boolean. So we'll say if ship.x plus x off is greater than 9, or ship x actually, yeah, or ship dot y plus y off is less than 0, then return false, otherwise return true. I think this is good. And then before we update board, we'll say, actually, before we even push it onto the to the new ships, we have to check if it's inbounds. Ship inbounds, new ship. Otherwise, we don't even bother pushing it onto the ships array, right? And see, this is pretty self-explanatory code. Like, this is something where I wouldn't really need a comment, because, like, if you read this kind of makes sense what this is doing, right? Anyway. Yeah, so then now this is still undefined. But we know now that, like, we have that check. But anyway. Because I can assert... It's weird, though, because... Okay, this is what I'll end with for today. It's only the first array that might be undefined. Like, the second, like, inner array is not... There's no red line underneath it, so I don't know what the hell is going on with that. I don't know. It's a little weird. It's a little bit weird. But anyway, I'll just leave it. I'll just leave it like that. We can address it after, because this exclamation mark asserts that this is defined. At least I think that's what it does. Okay, and then we can test it, and then now this test case should pass, right? Although, except for this last one. Oh, is it because it needs to be a string? I think type of returns a string, no? I think does type of return a string? I think it does. Type of TypeScript. I think it does. Right, yeah, it's a string. Although, I don't know if it'll equal ship or it'll equal object, to be fair. Yeah, because it might equal object or something. Yeah, so I think it would be object. Like if I console.log that. right? Yeah, it's just a type object. Fucking annoying. I guess these are just. Oh yeah, any other object is just object. Okay, well that's very helpful. It's not really what I wanted it to do. Check object is of type TypeScript. Oh, instance of. Instance of, maybe. That might be it. Yeah. Okay. Is there like a dot instance of or something? To be instance of? Aha. This might be what we want. Okay. This might be what we want. You do know more than you thought, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what you thought before, but you know quite a bit, Jay. There we go. Okay, that worked. See? Nice. So we know this is true. Okay. I'll add a comment. Check single ship in list is a ship object. I'll just add that for myself. Okay, cool. Nice. I'll leave it there then for today. Again, are we doing test-driven development perfectly? Absolutely not. But I don't care because we're learning stuff. That's the whole point of these streams, is to learn stuff. And I'm not going to try and be a perfectionist, or else we're not going to make it very far. And the whole point is to also make progress. So I think we made pretty damn good progress. I'll just do basic commit here. So what do I even fucking say? Initial, or let me see. Implement ship and game board classes or something. Game board class not completed. Only has ship creation method. Also checks ship location is valid, or something like that. You can use a conditional operator. Okay. You mean as a condition? Like so I could use it as a condition in like an if statement, if that's what you mean. Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, so there we go. Update the GitHub. Fair instance of Prisma.known client error. Neat. Okay. Alright, well, I think that's going to do it for tonight. Because, you know, it's been a long week, but I had fun. I hope everyone in the stream had fun as well. And I'll be live. I'm not sure if I'm going to do an afternoon stream tomorrow because I might not be in the mood. Or even an evening stream. I don't know. I'm going to kind of play it by ear. But I'll definitely be live one of these days. Either tomorrow or Sunday. If not both, definitely one. I don't know which day, though. Or if I will be live both. I don't know. So, yeah. Because I do kind of want a little bit of a break. But I had a break last night, which was nice. But anyway, enough rambling. I hope everyone has a push through. Yeah, I know. I should. I hope everyone has a good evening. I'll let you know if I'm live tomorrow. I should be at some point. Or a good morning if you're in Asia somewhere. And I'll see you sometime this weekend, probably tomorrow. Oh wait. So yeah. Anyway. Cheers. Have a good night.